Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, and today we are taking a look at the April 2023 developer update for Coral Island. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at part 2 of what the team would like to share for their upcoming summer update, which is releasing sometime in May, but we don't yet have a specific release date. If you missed out on part 1 back in March, I will link that in the description of this video, so you can check that out first. But without any further ado, let's get into it. First up, for the summer update, we will actually be able to acquire 3 new ranch animals. The first is the pig, and this is super exciting because if you let your pigs out of the barn during the day, they will actually be able to sniff out truffles for you, which you can then turn into truffle oil, for example. Next up, you will also be able to get quails for your coops, and these little guys will also lay eggs, just like the chickens and the ducks, so you will be able to process those eggs similarly to the ones you already have. And finally, we will also be able to get goats who will produce goat milk, which you can process similarly to cow's milk. And hopefully with these 3 animals now in the mix, you will be able to complete more of those temple offerings. Next up, the team is giving us an overview of the combat system, which is being completely revamped. So in this new system, there will actually be 4 new weapon types, as well as new monsters, and even some combat traps. The first weapon type they're showing off is the spear, so this can keep more distance between you and the monster. Next, they're showing off the hammer, which is more of like a heavyweight type of weapon. Then we can see the shield, which, yes, all of these weapons are from the Sus Chicken set, but there will be different types of weapons within each category as well. And then you can see the sword in action, which is the weapon we're all very used to using, but this is the special Sus Chicken variant. And so, how do you get these weapons? You can get them at the BOS shop in the forest. Now, each new weapon type will also come with a special attack. So as you fight enemies, the special attack meter will gradually build until an aura appears around your player, at which point your special is ready. So the sword has a special spin attack, the shield has a strong pushback special move, the hammer has an overhead hit, and the exception for special attacks is the spear, which you can throw at any time. Next, the team is showcasing scent and ring mechanics. So I've talked about these quite a number of times, especially for bug catching. You can craft or purchase these, and then when you eat them, it lowers the awareness of different types of insects in your surroundings, so ground insects and flying insects, for example. In the beta, we've also seen that they now have specific scents for ocean critters, but because they didn't specifically say critters and they use the term actors, I'm wondering if that means that these scents will be usable for other situations as well, like maybe even in combat. Maybe there'll be something we can eat to lower the awareness of monsters, perhaps, in the future. And so now there are also rings that you can equip, up to 2 at a time. You can find these throughout the world or by purchasing them at the BOS shop, and when they're equipped, the rings provide a status effect. So here they're showing off the illuminating ring, which emits a large light around the player, as well as the hoarder ring, which offers a small increase in range for collecting items. 2 other status effects they note are an increase in tool usage speed, as well as an energy gain when doing activities. Next up, they are showing off fish ponds and insect houses, which are available at the carpenter shop. You can use both of these structures to breed various species and build a thriving farm with them. So we can see the fish pond. It is so cute. I'm so excited to have this on my farm. So it appears that you will place a fish of any type that you find in the pond, and then it'll replicate. So you can breed some rare fish, especially ones you might need not only to donate, but also to offer and maybe even to cook with. So this can be really handy, and it can hold up to 10 fish. So that's really awesome. And the insect house works very similarly. It is also so cute. I just love the designs of these 2 structures. And it's the same kind of idea where you can put in any bug and it'll replicate. So again, if you need to offer a bug and donate a bug, you can duplicate it maybe before you do that, so you don't donate the only one you have. And next up, we're going to be taking a look at sprinkler attachments. So you can actually upgrade your farming experience with automatic seed and fertilizer dispersal. So this is the auto seeder in action. It is literally seeding your plot for you before it waters. Like, how amazing. This is so cool. This is going to be so handy for those crops that don't reproduce. Like, I personally tend to plant a lot of crops that just keep regrowing because I don't want to have to replant seeds after harvest. But now, like, I totally will, because some of the high value crops are those that only produce once. But with this implemented on the farm, you don't even have to reseed them. Your sprinkler attachment will do it for you. So that's a game changer. And then we can also look at the auto fertilize in action. So this one is just literally fertilizing all your plots for you again before they're watered. This is going to be super useful because fertilizer makes a big difference in produce quality, which brings you a lot more money, especially when you are then turning your produce into artisan goods. And these attachments are going to be especially useful for the high tier sprinklers, the sprinkler 3s, which cover an area of like 80 crops. So that's a lot to fertilize by hand, but with these attachments, again, game changer. This is so exciting. To get these, you just have to develop them at the lab. So as you progress through the game, the lab will start to offer you the service of developing equipment recipes. It's like a whole separate category here in the lab UI. Also Ling's summer outfit, I'm guessing. I haven't seen the summer outfits yet, but I think that's what it is. It looks beautiful. So you'll provide the materials for it, some money, and then you'll have access to that blueprint to likely craft as many as you would like. But it's not just the sprinkler attachments, you guys. There's actually a lot more equipment that we can develop at the lab, and you guys are going to be so excited about this, okay? You're going to be so excited. I'm so excited. So in terms of ranching, you can actually look forward to developing an auto petter, an auto collector, an auto feeder, and a temperature machine. So if you feel like petting and collecting and feeding your animals takes up a significant portion of your day, this is something that you can work towards that's going to be a game changer, okay? Then there's something called a sturdy computer, which will allow for online shopping. Once you have the computer, you can then develop components such as farm stats, fishing forecasts, and catching forecasts for more information. And I'm personally so excited to see the team is adding this because sometimes it can be really tough to figure out like exactly where or when or how to catch a specific critter that you need. And this is a really nice compromise so that we can stay in the game and get some help without just going to like look it up and find the answer online or something, which I think I understand, but I think it does take away from like the immersion of the game. So this is really great that they're literally implementing a feature to help us out with that. And apparently there's going to be even more quality of life equipment like an auto trash collector and a sturdy music player. I am so excited to discover these features. I don't know exactly how they're going to work or what they're going to look like, but I'm just so excited. This sounds amazing. The last main feature they're showcasing in this developer blog are errands, which are dynamic quests that spawn on boards throughout Coral Island. When there's an errand available, you'll see an exclamation mark above the town board, for example, or at the BOS. That's another location I found a board at. And then you can see what sort of errand is available and accept it if you would like. So this is what it looks like when there's an errand available. It shows who is looking for something, what they're looking for, and what the rewards are, which include both money and heart points. And then it also tells you how long you have to complete it. As for other updates coming in the summer update, they've reduced the memory usage for a smoother gameplay. They've also implemented game balance optimizations and fixed over 175 community reported bugs. And a nice little touch, which I did discover this when playing the beta, was you can actually cycle through clothing sets directly in your inventory and give them names as well. So if you want to have your 4 seasonal outfits or 4 different types of outfits, you can have those preset in your inventory and you can label them however you'd like. I really like this idea of having preset outfits that I can, switch between whenever I'd like without having to go to my wardrobe and mix and match and pick and choose all over again. So this is an amazing little touch that I really appreciate, and I think many of you will as well. And although that's it for this month's update, excitingly, the team has shared that next month, so at the end of May, they're going to not only break down the next major game update, which should be the Merfolk update, but they're actually also going to be sharing an updated roadmap and more with us all. So that is so exciting that we're going to get an updated roadmap, which actually makes perfect sense because from where I'm sitting, it seems like the team is really ahead on some things. For example, the Firegate mining in this next update, we weren't supposed to receive for a long time from now, and the Windgate mining was ahead of schedule as well. There's been a lot of features being introduced that, we weren't expecting to see just yet in the roadmap, so it'll be really cool to get an idea of what we can expect moving forward with this new roadmap, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So that was the April 2023 developer update. Be sure to let me know down in the comments which of these new features you were most excited for. I will have a lot more content coming out very soon all about the next update, so make sure you're subscribed with your notifications on so you don't miss anything. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care. And a very special thanks to Meredith, Formotus, Tansy, Cisco, Cheese, Divine Raven, Blossom, and James, my beautiful Sunstone members. I love you all very much, and thank you so much for the extra support, which really helps to make all that I do on the channel possible and means the world to me.